Hey, welcome everyone. Just about got dive bombed by a hummingbird, but today I'm going to do a video on my Intex 12x24 above ground pool. So I'll start with the kind of the entrance to my backyard. So just to kind of give you a little setup on how this is, my little backyard vacation resort. So here's the entrance coming off my driveway into my backyard. So when you enter the deck here, I've got a grilling, eating area, and then you can see the pool runs almost the length of the deck. It is a 12x24 Intex. Like I said, this is year 3 with it. It's held up really good. I keep doing things to it, like the landscaping. You can see I've added some plants, some banana trees, and then the main area of the deck, quite large. I've got enough area for 3 pool chairs. I've got the entrance to the pool. If you notice what I did when I extended the deck out, and I'll put some pictures in of what this looked like before we extended it. I'll also put some pictures in here of what the backyard looked like before we installed the pool. And then if I pan off to the left here, I've got my in-deck hot tub, basically a 5-person. I've got it halfway uncovered right now. And then, of course, the rear of the house, I've got 2 large sliding doors I recently replaced with Pellas, really nice. One comes off, the one next to the hot tub comes off the master bedroom, so that's real convenient. If it's winter time and you're going in and out of the hot tub. And then this one comes off the main living area of the house. But we'll go down and I'll talk some more about the pool itself. So this area here that's open where the pool chairs are, or the loungers, used to stop. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. Right here where this post is, the deck used to stop. Kind of trying to get the backyard where I can cut it in one pass with my mower without having a bunch of 90-degree turns. Pool itself, if you've never seen one of these, it's basically just a bladder and it has legs on it. And the legs are actually sitting on 4-inch solid concrete blocks that you have to dig down. You do have to prep the area. It does need to be as flat as possible when you're installing these. Like I said, this is year 3 on this. It's held up really well. I do keep it covered. I keep it full all year round. I keep it covered in the winter. I opened up the pool this year. Actually got a chance to open it up in March, and it's been open, gosh, it's early September now. I'll keep it open as late as maybe the end of October. I can unroll what you see here, this solar cover. Basically it'll unroll and it'll probably pump the pool temperature up 10, maybe 20 degrees depending on how much sunlight you've got out. Okay, this is basically what I call the back side of the pool. I'll see if I can back up here and get a little bit better shot. You can see the sails, you can see my entire deck, of course, the landscaping I've done. Trying to keep it kind of neat back here, not really 100% completely finished with the mulching. I may end up mulching all behind that garage. I'll tell you why I've got 2 pumps, and I know it's not real pretty. I've just got it covered up with basically a half of a plastic bin, but what I eventually I'm gonna build is like some nice wooden covers that are stained the same as the deck, and we'll put those in. So what I did is I bought the stock pump that came with the Intex pool, which is about a 1,600 gallon per hour, non-saltwater, just a sand filter pump. I'll show you that here in just a minute. And then what I did, because I wanted saltwater, is I upgraded the pump to the, I think it's about a 2,400 gallon per hour saltwater system. So like I said, this is about a 2,400 gallon per hour with a saltwater chlorine generator set up in it, and I am running 2 pumps. So this is my main circulation filtration pump for the pool itself. I've got my skimmer. Hopefully you can see on the video how clear the water is. It stays like that all the time. I basically use little to no chemicals in it with the saltwater setup. And then let's see if I can get my thermometer out of the skimmer there. It does aerate the water, but sometimes it leaks, so I've kind of got this little setup here where I can keep it from leaking, but I can still aerate the water. My main filtration, like I said, this is about an 8,500, 8,600 or so gallon pool, and this individual pump, which I bought extra, filters, I don't know, 24, 2,600 gallons per hour. So it basically, you know, I can turn over, you know, I've got a second pump that's about 1,600. So I'm basically turning the water over, filtration wise, about every 3 hours or so. And I'll tell you why I've got it set up that way. First of all, it's cheaper to buy the Intex pool with the regular pump, not the saltwater. The 1,600 gallon comes with it stock. It is a sand filter, but it doesn't generate its own chlorine, so you have to put chemicals in it. So this is looking the other side of the pool where I've got my second filter pump. So looking from the opposite end, basically the garage is behind me. I'll spin the camera around here in a minute and explain why I've got 2 filter pumps. So the first one that I showed you a minute ago, my main filter pump, probably runs somewhere in the price of $300 to $400. I think it was about $350, $360 for that pump. This is the stock pump that comes with the pool, and I think total price of the pool shipped via Amazon, somewhere around $1,175, $1,200. So I upgraded the filter to saltwater so I wouldn't have to deal with all the chemicals and all that. And I kept this pump, which all it does is filter. It doesn't generate chlorine. This is a stock one that came with it. And all I do is I tie in my vacuum. So you can see it down in the water there. So all this pump over here does is run the vacuum. And so it's also filtering, it's just not generating chlorine. So like I was saying, running 2 pumps, 2 filters, all in, I'm probably somewhere around 1,600 in the pool itself. I did upgrade the ladder. You do have to buy initially salt. Probably comes in 40-pound bags, maybe 250 pounds of salt to kick it off. Obviously you got to fill the water up, 8,500 gallons. It took me with the garden hose 24 hours running the garden hose in there to fill it completely up. I think my water bill went up to somewhere around, I don't know, 120 bucks for that 1 month. And usually my water bill is, I don't know, 40 bucks a month. So if you count all that, I'm well into this pool under $2,000. I did some, like I said, site prep work was done the same time I built the garage. I'll put some pictures in there to show that again. Just some bobcat work. I did have to get a load of sand in here, leveled it all out with some really long 2x4s. You got to get the site level when you put these in. You got to dig down and put the pads under the legs. But overall, like I said, this is season number 3. I get out here in March, April time frame, and I do my initial uncover of the pool, crank up all the pumps and filters. This year I changed the sand out. let it run for a while. Then I've got a pool store kind of close to the house. I go down there and let them test the water, and they'll tell me exactly what chemicals I need. I think I usually, once a year, I have to put about a 40-pound bag of salt in there to get the chlorine generator kicked off. I do have to balance the pH in it. Now, of course, you have to sweep the pool and turn on the skimmer and all that stuff to get any trash that gets in there over the winter. But I do leave it full all winter. My water stays crystal clear with the salt system. I don't run it in the winter. I shut it down. I shock the pool really hard. I shut it down, turn it off, so it stays idle from probably November till March or April. And then I uncover it, clean it, test the water, run it for probably about 30 days before it starts to get warm enough to get into the water. And then by then it's all balanced, ready to go, and it's open for the whole season. And literally I go out here and do a pH test once a week to make sure it's still good. This year I haven't had to adjust hardly anything. And then top it off every once in a while, because it does lose some water due to evaporation on occasion. Not bad, and not much. But chemical wise, cost me almost nothing. I may spend $60 a season just getting the water, the salt, pH balance, those types of things back to where it should be. But this year I did kick in a lot and do landscaping, trying to make it look nicer, and I'll keep working on that. You know, I've got some other ideas I want to do. But like I said, really happy with the way it turned out so far. So I'll get some shots of nighttime and add on to the end of this video. But go ahead and send me any comments, questions. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe if you like what you've seen. Hopefully I gave you enough information about these pools. I know this year they're kind of hard to find, but overall came in 2 big boxes from Amazon. Took about 2 days to set it up.